Domuto, we're back with another video. Today we're watching Unreal Gaming. Whoo! Beyond Dragon Ball Super, Goku and Vegeta fight Cooliza. Cooliza's new transformation unleashed. Ah, shit, these niggas transforming again. 40-minute video, Unreal. Oh, y'all in for a treat today, nigga. 40 minutes, probably like what, 35, 30 something. Damn, this is a long chapter right here. That last one was like what, 15 minutes? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we in for a treat today. Let's see. Let's get into it.
As our story now continues following the events of Goku being shown having to use his lifeline in calling Vegeta into the tournament realm, as with the others now pondering on what exactly is about to come next, it was only upon Yoshido now being shown addressing Akuma was when Yoshido then went on to respond, "Say, do you happen to notice anything unusual coming from that other Saiyan that was just brought here? Is it me, or does the energy that I sense coming from him identical to that of a god of destruction, Akuma? This power and form that he is wielding is very different compared to this Saiyan who we've been fighting," with Akuma responding, "That's because it is. He appears to have destroyer energy that's coursing through him somehow," as Vegeta from that point had then gone as far as to now address Goku by then shouting, "Oh, do you have any idea what you've done? You better start talking right now, Kakarot. Where the hell am I, and why was I just suddenly brought here during the middle of something very important that I was taking care of? And who is that standing behind you, one of the 5 strongest? I demand answers from you immediately," Vegeta went on to then continue. "Who was the one that made the call to bring me here, and how the hell do I go back? This is not the time nor the place for me to be," as Takira then went on to address Vegeta by then responding, "You were selected by Son Goku and brought here by the Grand Minister as a means of joining the Saiyan in battle to fight against me. I am Takira, and I am the 2nd strongest warrior in the entire multiverse," Takira continues. "You, Vegeta, were handpicked by Son Goku to aid him in battle after your universe's god of destruction, Lord Beerus, had declined his offer to fight me as a team." Oh, wait a second here. You're meaning to tell me that I was brought here to help Kakarot beat you?
Yes, sir.
You've got to be kidding me. And so what are my options here? Am I going to be forced against my will to help Kakarot if I say no? Correct, Takira responds. However, you are free to either choose to accept or deny this request made by Goku, as you have free range to either stay or leave if that is your choice. To which, upon Vegeta now being shown grabbing onto Goku by the shirt, it was only just upon with Vegeta being shown getting in Goku's face where Vegeta from that point then went on to shout, "Then I decline, Kakarot. Do you not have the slightest idea on just what the hell is happening back on Earth? There's a reason on why I'm using this new form of mine, and that's because Frieza decided to attack our planet. And what's worse is that he isn't alone," Vegeta continues. "He was somehow able to find a way to track down his brother Cooler, and now they're both on Earth alone after I tried to stop them, you idiots. But it doesn't end there either, because just when I was about to finally destroy them both for good, they were somehow able to get their hands on a pair of Potara earrings and fused. Gohan and the others are helpless to do anything to fight back, Kakarot. Which means that without me there to stop them, Earth along with the entire universe is defenseless to do anything to stop them both from taking over." Wait, what? Goku went on to respond, "Frieza's back, and he brought his brother along with him? And you're saying they fused too? But what about the others? Was this all happening while I was in this realm battling against the 5 strongest?" "Yes, more than likely, and so I must go back before it's too late." "Oh, damn it, how foolish of you to bring me here without knowing. Oh, Frieza has been training with his brother this entire time. They are nothing like you imagine they would be, especially with them both taking a serum that also happens to have our DNA inside of it. Frieza had been planning this the entire time, you clown. And so you can have your fight with the mightiest in the multiverse, but I'm going back. There's no telling on how much time is left before they destroy the planet, and so I'm not going to risk it, understand?" "But Vegeta, I just didn't know about any of this," Goku responds. "I thought Frieza had left us all alone a long time ago. Nobody ever."
Oh, he said he's gonna be on the evil shit.
Out of nowhere. Oh, if I only knew, then I would have been down on Earth with you to face face them, but I just didn't know. Oh, you Saiyans are absolutely
Budo, shut the fuck
Budo
up.
went on to surprisingly chime in.
Budo, shut the hell up, nigga.
None of our concern, mortal. If you are going to join your friend to battle against us, then hurry up and fight, because if you choose to decline, then quit wasting our time and go back to your universe. There are more important matters that we have to handle here, and so unless you want to be turned into an example like your comrade here was, then get out of this
Budo,
realm.
I don't know. Can you take on Vegeta?
Then why don't you try and come down here and force me out, fool? I don't care about who you are or what your title among
Talk that shit, Vegeta. Budo the weakest. Budo ain't all that, bro.
Mind your own damn business or come down here and do something about it. This is between me and Kakarot, so shut your mouth up there or I'll shut it for you. This lunatic cannot possibly be serious now, is he? Akuma then went on to question. How dare you speak to us in such a disrespectful tone, you barbarian? Oh, so you want to die early then, do you? Budo then went on to quickly respond by standing back up. Fine, then let's do this. Enough, the Grand Priest went on to quickly intervene. You will not leave your throne. I will not have you cause any more trouble among those who are in the ring, Budo. You are to remain where you are and control your anger and allow them to be as they decide. Now stay. Groz, I will not be forced against my will to compete in something that requires my attention elsewhere, Kakarot. Our families and friends are all alone on Earth with no one to help them fight, and I will not, by any means, simply just allow for Frieza to have his way with
Man, please really be handling this shit.
Interesting. Well, is this true, Lord Beerus? Whis went on to then question. Were you able to sense Vegeta's battle on Earth against Frieza and his brother this entire time? Well, I don't know, Whis. As soon as Vegeta left my planet, I went along ahead to take a nap, Beerus responds. This is just terrible, Goku then went on to comment. If I only knew that Frieza would go as far as to do this, then I would have just tried to postpone this tournament and just help Vegeta stop Frieza and his brother instead. Oh, he really pulled a fast one on us this time. And to also surprise us by using fusion as well. But just how in the world was Frieza even able to get his hands on a pair of Potara earrings like that? And what exactly is he truly planning that he has yet to reveal while returning? Well, you do as you want, but I'm leaving, Vegeta responds. And if you were smart enough, then you'd agree to come back too. But even then, I'm not going to stand here and wait for you to try and make up your mind. Hey, Grand Minister, Vegeta shouts. As much as I would love to fight against the top 5 strongest, I declined Kakarot's request to have me help him and ask if you would send me back to Earth, with the Grand Priest responding, goodness, well, this doesn't appear to be your lucky day after all, eh, Son Goku? But very well then. Do you wish to be sent back right now? I cannot undo your request to leave if you choose to want to go back, and so I will only ask you this once. Are you sure about your decision? With Vegeta responding, I am. Now is not the time for me to waste on anything other than what is taking place on Earth right now, so my answer is final. Now take me back. Well, as you wish then, Vegeta. And what about you, Goku? You appear to be troubled by what Vegeta had told you involving the circumstances back on Earth. Your spirit appears to have been shaken and your focus has now shifted. What exactly is on your mind now that the news of Frieza's invasion has been broken to you? Okay. Do you perhaps also wish to go back to Earth too? I'm beginning to question on whether or not you are in the right state of mind to continue this tournament, the Grand Priest continues. Or maybe you wish to still continue after Vegeta is sent back home. So tell me, because you look like you have something to say, with Goku responding, well, I'd be lying if I said that my head wasn't fully in the game right now, but I can't help but feel guilty for not being there back on Earth to defend everyone from Frieza's wrath. So I'm kind of stuck right now on what I should do, because I just can't let Vegeta go back there and risk his life fighting them while he's all by himself. So I would feel as though it would be
Vegeta got that shit, man.
With Akuma then having to
he said new transformation.
You can't be serious and possibly allowing for him to actually go back despite being in the middle of a tournament. Now, do you, Grand Minister? We were never summoned to fight him, only for him to blow us all off to handle other affairs. So if, and only if, he chooses to want to leave, then he must be held responsible for the actions that he chooses to take and be held accountable. Yeah, I agree with Akuma on the matter, Yoshida went on to quickly respond. The mortal shouldn't be allowed to just be given free range to do as he pleases.
on
with the
now.
Grand Priest responding, and therefore I am already well aware of such outcomes and am prepared to deal with the situation impartially. Then if that's the case, Takira went on to address Goku by telling him, then it's better if you go back and handle your business back on Earth and leave the rest for later. Go on and do this so that I may resume my fight with you while you're at your best and not destroy.
Hey, W Takira. Takira a real nigga, bro.
And if what your ally said is truly affecting your ability to fight, then go and figure it out so that way you are focused. With the surprised Goku responding, wait, so you really think it'll be for the best if I just go back with Vegeta to stop them? But what about you and the others who are here with us? What about the tournament itself? What would you do in the meantime? With Takira responding, if it means having you fight at your absolute best without having anything hinder on your ability to use that angel form of yours again, then go back to your planet if you need to and do whatever it is that the two of you must in order to better your overall situation before fighting me again. It's painfully clear that without that angel form, you aren't going to beat me. And unless you have Vegeta agree to fight me right now or call for someone else who will agree to face me, then you are hereby left without any other options, Son Goku, so it would be for the better if you go. With Goku responding, well, I really can't think of calling anyone else who would come close and even remotely matching you in power, so unless I'm now stuck here and forced to finish this, then Vegeta was my one and only best bet here, so yeah, I am all out of options. But if I do end up going, then what would this mean for us moving forward? Would the Grand Priest pause the entire tournament until I return? Well, that you will have to go and speak to him directly about, but either way, Takira continues, if it means that I can fight you again without having anything else get in the way of your focus towards fighting me, then I will wait alongside with the others until you have
Takira the W mans, bruh. W mans.
on Earth. I'm not the one who makes the rules here, but I will wait if needed. With Goku responding, well, I really appreciate that, Takira, especially if you're willing to offer me another chance to fight by letting me go and sort this issue out back home with Vegeta. Oh, so you're meaning to tell me that this idiot's brought me all the way out here just so he can want to go back to Earth? God, why you? Beerus says, with Whis responding, Your Majesty, does this mean that you will allow for Son Goku to head back to Earth in order for him and Vegeta to take care of the problem at hand? It was as Goku had put it. What does this mean for the tournament if he chooses to want to go and leave with Vegeta now? With the Grand Priest responding, then it simply means that he's made his decision.
It's
After
crazy.
all, what does a tournament mean if one of its main competitors leaves during the finals? The Grand Priest questions. Then it means the tournament is over, is it not? But we'll see what Goku chooses to do, as I'm sure he knows that deep down on what decision he will want to go and make. So now then, I will grant your request to leave and go back to Earth now, Vegeta, but how about you, Goku? You do understand the consequences behind your actions if you choose to leave the tournament now, do you? So what will you choose to do? The Grand Priest went on to then ask. Do you choose to remain here and continue with the tournament as your battle with Takira resumes, or do you wish to go back to Earth and join Vegeta as you both face off against Frieza and his brother's fusion instead? I need an answer from you right now. With Primal Goku responding, well, as much as I would love to continue, I just can't let Vegeta go and do this by himself like this. And with Frieza bringing his brother on Earth and having them fuse like this only just means that I have a duty to be there on Earth and help everyone during their time of need. So my request is that you please send me back with Vegeta so that we may finish what Frieza and his brother started back on Earth. And as I'm only then hoping that we can resume right after, with the Grand Priest responding, very well then, you have made your decision, as I will send you both back to Earth immediately. However, I am rather very intrigued to see how the two of you will go and engage against such a threat.
Oh,
and
shit.
So therefore, I have an idea which I believe will be a very good one indeed. And so now let's just see how this goes. Off we go. In which all the while with the Grand Priest now being shown having to snap his fingers, when then going back onto planet Earth and seeing as to how Cooliza was now creating a gigantic supernova above him, it had only now become fairly evident that Cooliza was now looking forward in destroying everything. As Cooliza then went on to respond, did that pathetic Saiyan really believe that he could just disappear and leave our battle so suddenly without me having anything to say about the matter? I warned that god monkey on what would happen if he pushed me too far. I tried warning that little worm that I would rip everything away from him and leave him with nothing to salvage behind, and that is exactly what I'm about to do, whether he's here to do anything about it or not. I'm done playing around, Cooliza Cooliza continues. Everything that Barbarian knows and loves will be eradicated without a trace of any of it to be left behind in the process. No one will survive and it'll all be vaporized within an instant. I am both the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end of all living things in this universe.
You ain't him.
Gohan, I can barely move. Piccolo went on to wake up by addressing Gohan. Where's Vegeta? I don't sense his life energy anywhere. Did he die? I don't know what happened to him. Gohan then went on to respond by crawling towards Piccolo. He just vanished during the middle of his fight with that monster, so we have to try and do something to stop him before it's all too late. I wait for no one, Cooliza went on to utter. My reign as the king of all starts now. This is where everything you've all had known dies, Cooliza then shouts. I am far beyond this world and the life forms on it. Now disappear within the light of my power. To which upon Cooliza now being shown throwing his supernova down, it was only just upon with Cooliza now preparing himself and wiping out the entire planet was when Cooliza then went on to continue. Now let's see the planet that you find yourself coming back onto once it's all been destroyed. But then it was only just upon with Cooliza now beginning to sense something very unusual coming from his blast was when Cooliza went on to continue. Wait, why did it stop? As a massive wind gust was now being shown having to emanate right towards his direction was when Cooliza went on to continue. That's impossible. There's something pushing it back, and it's rapidly approaching. It couldn't have been anyone else who is strong enough to push this ball of energy right back up towards me. To which upon Cooliza now being shown having to once again push back was when Cooliza then went on to continue. As if you think sending my own attack back at me will do you any good. This is my attack, and I am the one who is in complete control of this, not you. In which the moment Cooliza was then shown having to send his attack right back down, only for it to be shown stopping yet again, was when Cooliza went on to question, wait, my attack just collided against something before it hit the ground. As lo and behold, surprisingly enough to the shock of Cooliza and everyone on Earth, we only from that point then see how it was in fact the Grand Priest that had gone as far as to stop Cooliza's supernova, as Beerus went on to chime in.
Fire.
Well, would you look at that, Whis? Vegeta was indeed telling the truth about these monsters. So Frieza was actually able to find a way to use the Potaras and fuse with his brother. What a complete abomination, with the Grand Priest responding, though I understand your intent for this wasn't really meant to be directed towards any of us, but you should really watch on where you're redirecting these attacks of yours if you wish to not start a fight that you possibly cannot finish, Fusion. The Destroyer Beerus and his Angel, Cooliza questions, and just what are they doing here? And that one there in the middle.
Yes, sir.
I remember him. That's the Grand Priest, isn't it? But they aren't the only ones who are here, Cooliza continues, because now I'm starting to sense others here with them too. To which, as of course this was now the case, because with Whis, Beerus, the Grand Priest, Budo, Akuma, Takira, and Yoshido now shown having to arrive on Earth, it was only just as the Grand Priest was now shown having to vaporize Cooliza's attack where Akuma then went on to chime in. So this was the creature that had been troubling these Saiyans. There is something very unusual about their power that I can feel coursing through that body of his up there. And for a mortal fusion, the energy that I sense coming from them is fairly impressive, Akuma continues, but nothing compared to our power, of course, to say the least, with Yoshido responding, indeed, but what do you all think? Do you think this fusion is stronger than the miracle mortal that we were just fighting against? I doubt it, Takira responds, but we will wait and see what comes, with Budo responding, now I remember
this is fire.
Name. While looking into Goku's history for me to use against him, I remember seeing how big of a problem this creature was towards them, in which upon Cooliza now being shown having to gaze back down and noticing two separate individuals below, that was when Cooliza went on to respond, I knew there would be more of them, but what's that down there? Wait, is that where Vegeta went to? Did he really leave and bring him here? Could it really be them? Oh, but it is. It really is, Cooliza continues. Vegeta is back, and he's with Son Goku.
Yes, he is.
Which in all their glory as Primal Ultra Instinct Goku and Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta are now shown standing side by side. It was only soon after, right, having to initially deflect Cooliza's blast from hitting the earth, was when Yoshida went on to respond, "Oh, now this ought to be good then, and since we already know what one of them is capable of since we were right in the middle of fighting him just now, I'm actually starting to get very excited to see what the other one with the purple hair is capable of too." And with the two of them now looking to engage against this fusion by themselves, does anyone here want to make any wagers on which one of these two between the Saiyans and the fusion is going to come out victorious here, or what? We'll reserve our stances on which one of them will emerge victorious in the end, Akuma quickly responds.
Get a little nice little audience. I like shit.
To see how these Saiyan warriors are
This is
when it
fire,
comes
I ain't
to
gonna lie.
fighting as one. And since we've already seen what the mortal Goku is made of, I wonder if his ally next to him, Vegeta, is also just as strong as his Saiyan friend there next to him. Either way, what do you think, Takira? With Takira responding, "I see a great conflict between these warriors, but pay attention to that fusion," with Goku then having to respond, "So that's their fusion, huh? Wow, their power is incredible. So you said they took these serums that had a bunch of our DNA in it that would give them a boost, right?" With Vegeta responding, "Yes, and so they are also able to use our very own attacks and techniques against us in battle too," with Cooliza
crazy.
to chime on down by responding, "Well, well, well, so it looks like the gang is all here. And you went and brought Goku here to die along with you. Well, greetings, monkey. It's been so long since we've seen one another. Yes, what are the odds that the two of you would be here at this exact place and within this exact same time too? And is that really you down there, Goku? My oh my, you appear to have discovered a new transformation as well, I see. How interesting. Well, what a way to slaughter two annoying monkeys than by using one stone to do it now that my chance is finally here. So what's the plan here? Because you know more about their power than I would," Goku went on to then address Vegeta by telling him. "So what are we dealing with here, Vegeta? Should we just go in there and attack them head on, or wait?" With Vegeta responding, "He's a lot stronger than he's letting off, so don't let him bait you into thinking otherwise. He's extremely sharp," Vegeta says. "There might be a way for us to obliterate him another way if our conventional attacks fail to stop him. So whatever happens, keep your eyes locked on him," to which upon Cooliza now being shown having to power up even more, that was when Cooliza went on to then shout, "Of all the chances in the world that I could have foreseen, I will not waste a single moment of this opportunity to destroy you both here and now.
Here and
Especially
now.
that the two of you are here
I
and
promise to
vulnerable.
love
I
you."
will complete my
I'm playing.
mission. Now prepare to finally meet your end by the hands of the most powerful being in the entire universe. And I promise that this time, neither one of you will have the chance to escape me now that you're both here with me. Now let us finally put an end to our story for good." To which upon the moment of impact, as Cooliza was from that point then shown having to collide into Goku and Vegeta, that was when Beerus went on to chime in, "I don't like this, Whis, though I know I shouldn't be concerned, especially since I know that my student can hold his own down there. What exactly did Frieza and that brother of his that he's fused with do to alter themselves before coming here?" With Whis responding, "Well, it sounds like Frieza had been carefully training and watching our friends very closely down there for quite some time. Of course, given all that Vegeta had said in order to have Frieza be where he is now, I'm afraid that Frieza went and took any and all possible measures that he could get his hands on in order for him to become the strongest that he could possibly be," Whis went on to then continue. "And since you weren't around to see what Goku is capable of, I have no doubt that Vegeta and Goku will emerge as the winners by the end," with the Grand Priest responding, "Well, these Saiyan warriors certainly love a good battle now, don't they? And it's quite fascinating if you ask me. But we will wait and see how the two of them will respond against such an interesting and yet very powerful enemy in this Cooliza," with Beerus chiming in, "Well, now I'm starting to see why Vegeta was so distracted the entire time that he was training on my planet. He was able to sense something more that was coming from Frieza," to which upon Cooliza now being shown attacking both Goku and Vegeta, it was only just as Cooliza went on an unrelenting pursuit.
Yes, sir.
attacking them
Man, this
both,
need to get
when
animated.
Cooliza
This
went
be
on to
fire,
respond,
bruh.
"The two of you couldn't possibly understand what the two of us had to go through in order to have this day finally happen and lean towards our favor. And though the two of you may have reached new levels of power, it still won't be enough to destroy me." To which upon Cooliza now being shown attempting to strike Primal Ultra Instinct Goku, with Goku now shown vanishing, that was when Goku went on to respond, respond, you are in way over your head if you honestly think that your fusion will be what finally takes us out. We've battled against fusions before, to which upon Goku now being shown striking Cooliza, that's when Goku went on to continue, and you're no different than the ones we've battled with before.
Oh shit, talk your shit, Goku.
To believe that you could rival our power too. You will never be given the chance to destroy what me and Vegeta have fought so hard for to protect. Now Vegeta, he's disoriented and wide open.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who y'all? Primal Goku, Master Ultra Ego, Vegeta. Who y'all got? 1v1. Of course, Goku can't use the angelic form because we know that he gonna thrash that nigga Vegeta. But Primal Goku, MUE Vegeta. Me personally, damn, the Ultra Instinct's so fucking tough to fight against, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Vegeta. I think Vegeta.
Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta now
I think
being
Vegeta
shown making his move and attacking Cooliza. That's when Vegeta
tough,
went to
bro.
comment. Tell me now, did you feel that one, you cowards? You should have kept your distance and taken your chance to leave this planet the moment you saw me return with this clown next to me. You and I are far from finished, and I want to see you spit out more blood as I punch your organs out. Mark my words, like I told you earlier, one way or another, I will find a way to tear you both apart. Hey, these two actually work quite well with one another.
Why are you using no spirit vision?
Yoshido then went on to question, in which upon Vegeta now being shown having to punch Cooliza right towards Goku's direction, that was when Vegeta then went on to shout, Kakarot, on you! Send him back towards my direction now! Interesting, the way these two are shown moving together when targeting someone is very impressive, Takiro went on to chime in, but this enemy they are facing still holds a few advantages over the Saiyans if they are not careful, but it's obvious to me that this is not the first time that these two were shown fighting someone like this. Oh, you troublesome little monkeys are doomed, Cooliza then went on to shout at Goku by dashing towards him. Oh, die, Goku! But then, it was only just before Cooliza had the opportunity in making contact where Goku then went on to respond, I don't think so, you monster, to which upon Goku now being shown having to successfully avoid Cooliza's strike, that was when Budo went on to chime in, despite my burning desire to jump on down there and destroy them both, especially Son Goku for robbing me of victory.
Shut the fuck up.
I will admit that the Saiyans' tactics are slowly working. Their synchronized movements are starting to distract and hurt this fusion while he's still trying to go after them both at the exact same time. And I cannot believe that you'd come back and try to do what you did before despite us letting you live several times over, Goku then went on to tell Cooliza, and including watching you spare us on Granola's planet, Frieza. But scum like you will never learn no matter how many chances you are given to try and change.
He will not. He will never learn.
Quickly, he's all yours, Goku then went on to proceed upon having to be shown punching Cooliza in the face. Well, be that as it may, and as good as these two happen to work together, Akuma went on to then chime in, they are both still very far from perfect. And that fusion they're fighting appears to be hiding something much more than what meets the eye, that much you can tell just by looking into his eyes. And what makes this entire situation even more interesting, Akuma continues, is the fact that the fusion whom they are both fighting doesn't appear to be getting weaker either, with Beerus chiming in, well, they better not fumble, especially Vegeta since he's obviously representing me in all of this. Goku I can care less about. The Saiyan warrior who harbors the power of a destroyer reminds me a lot of you, Budo, Takiro went on to then respond. He fights with pride and great conviction similar to you, a warrior who appears to be centered around his will to overcome the odds that are placed before him no matter the cost. Interesting. Oh yeah, right. Me and that destroyer Saiyan have nothing in common for us to be compared to, Budo then went on to respond. But what do you see coming from this fight?
Vegeta's less annoying than you though, Budo.
Conflict take place, but it only looks as though the Saiyans are in complete control of the situation below, with Takiro responding, that's because there appears to be a part of that fusion that is letting them, Takiro went on to then respond, and I can only imagine it's because that fusion is looking to adapt and get stronger just like those Saiyans below, with Budo responding responding, well, either way you want to look at it, they better hurry it up so that we can finally go back and finish that mortal Saiyan off once and for all and be done with everything for good. Say, is anyone else getting itchy feet to want to go down there and jump into? Yoshido then went on to question. Seeing them all fight like this only makes me want a piece of some of that action down there too, you know, with Akuma responding, remain where you are, Yosh. Unless we are directly provoked, then we will watch as they all handle their business below. In which all the while, when then going back to Cooliza, Vegeta, and Goku, it was only upon Cooliza now being shown having to fight back was when Cooliza then went on to shout, oh, did you dirty monkeys really think that I wasn't going to prepare for this very day? I trained for every possible scenario against you both, and so I will not have this battle lean in your favor together or not. I'll use everything that I've been given and learn to annihilate you all. In which moments later, as Cooliza was now shown firing multiple death beams in multiple different directions, that was when Cooliza went on to continue, and even despite your combined attempts, you still can't break through my impenetrable defenses. Your teamwork may have brought us to a standstill, but just remember that I am the harbinger of your ultimate destruction.
Oh, shit.
And I don't care which one of you dies first, because whichever one of you perishes first will be the first head that I use to mount on my wall. So where interestingly enough, as we only from that point then see how both Goku and Vegeta were now beginning to use two very different methods of approach in countering Cooliza's attacks, was when Whis went on to chime in, yes, Goku, just like that, show those who stand to oppose you the true might of your ferocious power. This was the way, as Beerus also went on to chime in, yes, very good, Vegeta, that's the aggression that I was looking for you to maintain in battle. Now keep up this momentum and destroy this fusion.
Yeah, destroy this nigga, bro.
Them, Cooliza then went on to respond, they are really starting to get on my bad side with these tactics they're using to survive against me. And
oh, yeah, this nigga about to transform.
I cannot leave this world until I make sure that the both of them are lying dead beneath my feet. But it was only just as Vegeta and Goku were now shown slowly having to close on in was when Yoshido went on to respond, uh-oh, and there they go. They're both starting to close in on that purple lizard down there, so I think we're likely going to see this be the end of it, because I don't see this fusion overcoming the might of these two miracle Saiyans. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe that fusion will do what the mortal did against us during the tournament and surprise us all with something different. He's confused on what to do next, Primal Goku then went on to shout, now's our chance to smash him. Yes, good. Now don't hold anything back and hit him with everything you've got until you start hearing bones break. As this was only the exact moment which Goku and Vegeta had now gone as far as to do this, because upon their initial collision by crashing into Cooliza was when Vegeta then went on to ask, what's wrong, Fusion? Are you starting to doubt your own ability to destroy us or what? I thought this was what you wanted, didn't you? Well, let this be a reminder that even while combined, you could never destroy what we've become, fool. Oh, that's right, Goku then went on to quickly shout, and no matter what you try and use against us, we will never allow for either of you to ever have your way with this planet. Now give up, Goku then went on to continue. Either give up now or you will be destroyed, with Cooliza responding, oh, the two of you are really beginning to get under my skin.
Oh, shit.
And I will not have either of you go on and destroy everything that we've worked so very hard for to achieve. Enough is enough, Saiyans! Enough is enough! Your days of interfering with my plans
Somebody got their panties in the wad.
And then went on to blow Goku and Vegeta away by shouting, you both think that you can undermine me? Well, I'll show you the true meaning of terror. Well, it looks like we may have found someone who's even angrier and more unstable than Budo is, huh? Yoshido then went on to ask,
that nigga childish.
Well, talk about losing your cool during the middle of a battle, eh? Oh, don't you ever dare compare me to such a weak creature, Yoshido. The fusion was clearly up to something, so now watch. His energy is starting to spike. Oh, you two have pushed my buttons for the last time. Our story will end with its final chapter being written in both of your blood. You two still have a long way to go if you think you've beaten me, monkeys. And if I only knew that the two of you would achieve and reach new levels of power, then our strategy used against you both would have been very different, but it doesn't matter. You two have yet to experience my true power, and I'm sure that you both already know exactly what this means moving forward. And if you don't, then let me go and remind you little weaklings on exactly who you're both dealing with. So as of course, just
you're not dealing with your average Saiyan warrior.
I also have another little secret transformation that I was waiting to use when the time called for it, Cooliza continues. And since Cooler and Frieza had evolved themselves into reaching two different levels of power, what you both are about to see happen next is going to be both of their powers combined into one. Now there's no telling what may happen once I draw this form out and onto the surface, since of course it would be the first time that we had to. Either way, you are both as good as dead, and you don't even know it yet, monkeys. So we were right to suspect that they'd have another hidden transformation that he's been holding out on us, Primal Goku then went on to respond. But then what would that mean for their fusion if he's really willing to exert and use up all of that power just to destroy us? I don't like where this is going, Vegeta, as Vegeta from that point then went on to respond by laughing. And do you honestly think that this is supposed to scare us? I told you this before, and I will tell you this again. No matter how much you try and destroy me, you will only be helping me by allowing for me to grow stronger and stronger until you run out of gas. So try it. With Takira chiming in, the tides are about to suddenly change in favor of their enemy. And the gap between their power due to whatever modification was made to gain this leverage is about to narrow down nearly to a close between them all. What you both are about to experience will be the last thing that either of you will ever have the chance to see, Cooliza then went on to continue. This, my little slaves, is my ultimate and final evolution. With Goku responding, whoa, his energy almost feels like it's boiling over, and I can sense our collective energies coursing in and out of his body.
That's still the weakest shit, nigga. Getting serums, bro.
Cells. So what do you think, Vegeta? Think we can do this? With Vegeta responding, well, just like Cell, they too will both suffer the same fate that he did. I'm not scared.
I mean, Gohan ain't fighting though.
But whatever happens, leave them to me in the end. To which upon Cooliza now being shown having to power up ever so intensely, that was when Beerus went on to chime in. What the? Hold on, wait a second. Was that fusion truly hiding even more power from the Saiyans that he wasn't letting off this entire time? Oh, that damn Frieza. I'm almost certain that this was all his doing, with Whis chiming in. Well, sadly, I'm afraid so. Now, I doubt that whatever this fusion reveals to us will effortlessly destroy Goku and Vegeta's power, but we will wait and find out on if, in fact, Frieza's fusion can do it or not. To which, as Cooliza was now shown transforming, that was when Yoshido had gone as far as to point out, hey, check it out. It looks like that fusion really wasn't bluffing about his power after all, huh? They look like they're about to explode down there with the amount of energy that he's shown exerting all at the same time. Well, this could prove to be a much bigger challenge for those Saiyans down there than I originally thought he would, the Grand Priest responds. Oh yeah, now see, this is what I'm talking about down there, Yoshido went on to clap by responding. See, now that's what I wanted to see. Bravo, Lizard Fusion, bravo.
That nigga Yoshido asshole.
Watching them transform like this is really making me want to jump down there and see what this guy is all about before he ends up fighting the other two. Hey, if you Saiyans end up dying in the middle of your fight against this guy, then I call dibs on fighting him next. You've pushed my patience to the brink of its limits, and now I will show you both the true meaning of absolute power and despair. So now behold my all, Saiyans. Just as a blinding flash of light was now beginning to emanate, that's when Vegeta went on to respond, God, there's no way that their fusion should be outputting this much power without breaking their body down in the process. God, curse that Frieza. He had to have made sure to cover all of the areas that he needed to get ahead. And it doesn't feel like it's stopping either, Goku Goku then went on to respond. His power just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh, great. Now what? Whoa, my word.
Why y'all let niggas transform too much? Y'all should know better, Goku and Vegeta.
Come from a mortal fusion is nothing short of impressive, to say the least. Well, now this ought to be something for us to see, with Beerus responding, oh, why that dirty Frieza? He made sure to go and use every possible trick in the book that he could take in order to reach this level of power. All those Saiyans better take care of this.
Beerus, you can't beat that nigga. Shut up.
Goku responds, you've got to be kidding me. So this is Frieza and Cooler's full power while fused together? Vegeta, this doesn't look good for us, especially since we're both exhausted, with Vegeta responding, are all those rats? They significantly magnified their power beyond their previous limits. 2 seconds later, as we now finally get to see Cooliza's ultimate and true power now
Spirit vision
manifested onto the surface, it was only just before both parties were then shown engaging where Cooliza went on to respond, and here you fools honestly believe
that shit
that
fire
I
though.
was
That's a fire
incapable of
transformation.
going even higher than where I was before. I have become a true force of nature, the likes of which has never before been seen. And here I stand before you, far beyond what either of you thought was possible. So I welcome you, Saiyans. We are now in the end game of our story, and no matter what you both try and do, you cannot escape the impending doom that waits for you. The combined sums of Cooler's platinum form and Frieza's black transformation has now given birth to a new godlike warrior. And so from here on, before you are both destroyed, you can now refer to this as Omega Cooliza. And
Omega.
now to our story once and for all. Are you both ready? As it was only right then and there during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse manga chapter number 59 special then
Ooh. What is Goku and Vegeta gonna do, man? What they gonna do, man? That nigga Omega Cooliza. Crazy. Come on. I don't know why they keep letting these niggas transform, bro. Y'all should know better, Vegeta, Goku. I don't know why y'all keep letting people do this. But I wonder how they gonna defeat him. They gonna wait till he defuse? Cause ain't no way he should stay fused for that long with all all that power. But I mean, we'll see, man. Is one of the top 5 niggas gonna jump in? I doubt that, because that'd be fucking crazy. Are Goku and Vegeta gonna fuse? Ooh, that fusion will be fucking tough. Oh, that will be fucking tough. But anyway, let my reaction. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.